That dynamic is very interesting because I didn't come to find out this until I was in my 30s. But my siblings thought that I was the proverbial favorite. And I
Why?
didn't know
Why?
why.
Yeah, why? Why? Because that's the why. There has to be a why.
So I know that I had a great relationship with my parents, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I attributed that to the fact that I bought into what they were saying hook, line, and sinker from the very beginning, okay? So understanding a little bit about me, I have alcoholism on both sides of my family. My mother's mother was an alcoholic, and my father's mother was a functional alcoholic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, seeing the things that they went through and our family went through, just trying to support them and help them, my parents would tell me, don't drink. I didn't drink until I had graduated college. Never drank in high school, never drank in college, never did any drugs. I
Mm-hmm.
just hook, line, and sinker.
Mm-hmm.
I bought into what my parents felt was the best way for us to conduct
Oh,
ourselves and to be raised.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a lot of issues with them. Literally in high school, and this is going to sound really crazy, but I didn't have a curfew. I could come home at 4 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning and it'd be good. And let me tell you why. I grew up in East Point.
Mm-hmm.
We went to school in Sandy Springs. We were bussed up there on the M to M program, the
Yes.
minority to majority program, right?
That's pretty distant. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So they don't have that anymore. But yeah, so
All right.
we were bussed up there, and so we would party up there with our friends on the weekend. We would go to the different functions up there because that was our school. And so me living 45 minutes away, I didn't drink, and my parents trusted me. So there was a kid club, a teen club up there called Mardi Gras that we used to go to as kids. And I think it stayed open till 1 in the morning or something like that. So if we drive up there and we stay till it closes, I got five, maybe six people in the car with me. By the time we leave there at 1, get back to this side of town close to 2, we got to get something to eat. We've been dancing and sweating all night. We're hungry, so we would go to Crystals
Right.
on Old National, whatever was open.
Crystal.
Exactly. I'm an old guy. I've been around a long time. So we go up on Old National, do Crystals, and by the time we order and eat, now I've got to drop five other people off in the College Park East Point area.
Got you.
A lot of driving. And then I would go home. But my parents trusted me to do that because they knew I didn't drink and I was responsible.
But right.
And even when I graduated high school, my youngest sister is 3 years younger than me. So when I graduated high school, she was in her freshman year. So next year, naturally, is her sophomore year. And just being straight with her, I used to pick her up from school. Sometimes after she would have drill team practice, I would go and pick her up and bring her home. And we had a long ride from Riverwood, which is in Sandy Springs, down to East Point. We spent a lot of time talking. And I told my sister this, and I never knew she told my parents until much later on. I'm talking about a
Mm-hmm.
decade or so later. I
Mm-hmm.
told my sister, if you want to enjoy high school, make sure that you don't break mom and dad's trust. If they tell you not to go somewhere, don't go there.
Great
It'll
advice.
be another party,
Mhm.
another opportunity to go do something like that, another time. Don't sneak out the house. Don't do stupid stuff. If you don't break their trust, you'll have a blast in high school.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
good advice. Good advice.
I very much bought into what my parents were telling me, like I said, hook, line, and sinker, so we didn't have any issues. And so that's the only thing that I can
Think
think
of.
that my brothers and sisters
Mm,
attributed to me being the proverbial favorite. But I'll say this really quickly to my parents' credit. They raised us, they loved us equally.